to a new video. We are manifesting a good week today. Chris and I did some like recon in the car as to which McDonald's property colors we're claiming. Like I said to him, we should have just kind of did the whole thing on one app, but we didn't. And like obviously I know my chances of winning are not high, but you know, we were talking about it. She's like, your chances apparently are higher to like win the lottery. I'm like, yeah, but I don't play the lottery. I buy McDonald's, so my chances of winning McDonald's Monopoly are technically higher than me winning the lottery. So I don't play the lottery. Duh. So I'm going for dark blue and one other color. The Kennedy Space Center one. I think it's orange. So I'm dark blue or orange. I don't think that's going to be the case, but one can hope. We've got dark green. I don't know if Chris needs dark green, so I'll ask him. I don't have any dark green. And a pink. So I'll see if I know I don't have anything green so far. So I don't remember if he needed pink. We're like on the same part in brown. The McDonald's app is like actually tragic. The way it just like does not work ever is crazy business. Honestly lovely, all the effort you put in. I need to actually go on a Lumicrate, and I'm just gonna change my like card number, I guess, because I don't want to risk my afterlight being canceled. You know what I mean? That would be actually so upsetting. So I'm gonna do that and like change it to my credit card, I guess, and I'll change it back. Oh god, now I gotta remember my password is crazy. Oh god. I like go through a handful of different, oh gosh, nope, incorrect. Like, did I get it on the second try? Continue? Will this work? Does this work? Oh, that worked, hell yeah, okay. So, personal address, my subscription. How do I change my payment method? Yeah, because it's gonna renew January 1st, and I just like, or November 1st. Manage subscription, active, inactive. Active is Lumicrate and Evernight. Address and payment details. There we go. Haven't thought of you in a long time. Add a payment method. We're going to go with this one. No, wrong last name, silly rabbit. Okay, add payment method. Okay, so I need to see if I need this pink one. Otherwise, I'm gonna ask Chris about it. I do need this pink one, but if he needs it more than me, and I don't have anything for green, so I'm gonna go check in with him. If you guys watch Love is Blind, you've got to watch Deepti and Natalie's like thoughts on like their episode breakdowns after, because it's just so funny since they were on the show, their thoughts and feelings. But I'm gonna show you the groceries. We spent like $150, but we did get our stuff for trick-or-treaters, so that always adds to the total. And Chris needed some lunch stuff, so we have got our Diet Coke. Let's do this so you guys can see it, so you can see my dirty dishes. Chris is gonna do those before work. And then I thought this was fun for trick-or-treaters. Mini Rice Krispie treats, and they got like little monsters on them. So this is like a 60 pack. So we got that, which I'm really excited about. And if we have it left over, I will eat it. Like I just got out the Halloween bucket and threw away the leftover Halloween candy in it. So, and then we have some leftover Pokemon cards that we're just gonna hand out as well. Chris needed his lunch beverages, Gatorade, the classic potato chip, as well as I got stuff to make chicken wing dip. So I got a Tostitos. They were out of a multi-grain and I nearly passed away. Devastation. I think this whole bag is just Chris's lunch meat. He got Black Forest ham this time. And then we were out of both wheat bread, which Chris uses for his lunches, and then I'm a Wonder Bread type of gal. So got 2 loaves of bread. Okay. I got stuff to remake this salad. It actually worked out really great. I had like a handful of leftover berries at the end of the week, so I put them in Chris's lunch yesterday and he really liked that. So I think that's gonna be like the plan, is I eat what I can of the berries in my salads, and then the leftovers will go in Chris's lunches on Sundays. But we got dried blueberries and honey pecans. That's the nuts that I like to put in my salad. The feta for my salad. Sliced provolone for sandwiches. We were almost out. Some dip for chips. Cream cheese. And sour cream for taco dip, or for chicken wing dip. Actually, now I don't know that I have cheddar cheese. Anyhow, and this is my salad dressing that I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to, but it's good, so I keep eating it and deal with the hives. Then spring mix for salads. Chris wanted Butterfingers for the chicken shooters, so we also got like a little bag of that too. Blackberries for my salads. Head of lettuce for sandwiches. I like how that like fits on sandwiches. It works great. My Rice Krispie treats for just the pantry. Strawberries for salads, and then red onion for salads, sandwiches, all the things, because I'm an onion girl. Still got like 5 more bags to go. We got kind of a lot in the store this time. A backup thing of banana peppers for my sandwiches. Crystal Lights for my water. Chris has been making pastas, so he's going to make 2 different pastas this week. So we got a penne and a rigatoni. This is the dead animal bag. There is 2 things of chicken breast for me, a ground beef for Chris, and a sweet sausage for Chris. The meats are what he'll put in his pastas. The rest of Chris's work beverages, just more Gatorades for work. Some potato chips for me, and then Chris got 1 Alfredo and 1 regular pasta sauce. So he'll have those for his 2 different pasta dishes. And then this is stuff for his lunches. He was out of sweet treats, so we got these little cookies and fruit snacks and stuff, and then some squeezy applesauce. So that is basically the setup on the groceries. It's kind of crazy looking, but I'm gonna get everything put away, and I'm gonna see if Christopher can get the dishes done before I make his lunch. I just want to show you guys how cute these little trick-or-treater Rice Krispies are. They don't all fit into like our little candy bin, and I did mix in the other stuff, but there's like 3 patterns. There is a little mummy. My favorite is the Frankenstein, and then a monster. That's so cute. I'm obsessed. Okay guys, the plan of action for today. I'm gonna start by filling in, I literally have spot one more thing for last night in my planner. So I'm gonna fill that in. And then I'm gonna lay down one of my November bases. I have about 30-40 minutes until I need to make Chris's lunch. So I like to make it as close to him leaving so it doesn't get as soggy. So I'm gonna just fill in that I was super tired last night because I passed out pretty quickly. And then boom, we're done with last week's spread. Bada bing, bada boom. And then I will swiftly move into up to dating today. And then I'm gonna film my first base and then do Chris's lunch, film the other bases, and then I think I need to get all my SBC order. Okay, so I think that's going in my filming planner, but I have that I will need to film the haul, but whatever. So I think I'm gonna get these bases done because I keep going to do it, but it's getting dark so early that I just need to do it in the morning while I have light. So I think I'm gonna film those 4 bases. I think there's only 4 for November. And then swiftly move into, what's it called? After that, I will, whenever Chris leaves, blah, 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 and I'm done with these bases, I will move into working on orders. I'm hoping to get like maybe all, if not like 85% done today. And then just throwing my journal back in my bag so I don't forget it. And so, yeah. So basically, I'm gonna get that filmed. First things first. I'll show you guys all the bases whenever we're done. Okay, I can show you the spreads that I did. Let me get the light on there so you can really see the foily goodness. This is with the pixel foil. This is for the Chicago Planner Convention week. I did like a crafty kit. This is the week of my mom's death anniversary. This is the week of BGG Fall, or BGG Con. This is the week of Thanksgiving / Black Friday. Basically, killing it. But I'm gonna get to work now, but before I got to that, I was gonna show you, like we do, our first 5 orders, any freebs. You know how we do. First things first is Miss Cassidy from Hawaii. So interesting seeing where everybody's from. She's gonna get Domi's freebie, that's what she selected, in matte bronze and an avocado. Okay, so after Miss Cassidy, we're gonna move into Haley. She selected Annie's freebie, so she's gonna get that in blue marble. Now out of Annie's freebies, so I do in fact need to make more. She's gonna get a Mental Health Matters freebie. Then we have got Charlotte. I didn't recall where Charlotte's from. From Texas. Charlotte from Texas is gonna get a little purse. She did not pick a PR freebie. And then we have Danielle from Wisconsin, also no PR freebie. And she's gonna get this one that says Normalize Therapy. Her order's kind of chunk-tastic. And then we've got Kara from Pennsylvania who got Kirsten's freebie. Kara. And she will get Kirsten's freebie in blue tie-dye and a tiger. So that's the setup. I'm gonna get to it. I'm feeling very anxious right now. I don't really know what it's about, but that is in fact my truth. So hopefully work goes smoothly and it can just dissipate because I don't like it at all. It's giving me like nauseous feelings, which is really unenjoyable if you ask me, but I think that's just that. You guys, I'm so excited! My first ever Evernight package came in, and I will admit, if this is the book that I'm pretty sure it is, I'm not keeping it, I'm giving it to Andrea, but I'm just like excited to be here, you know what I mean? I don't think that this is the one that I thought it was going to be. Hold on, let me see if Andrea's read this. Because this is not what I thought it was going to be. It looks vampire-y, which is not really, You weren't meant to be human. By, oh yeah, it's got worms in it. Yes, Andrea did read it. Yes, 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 it is this one. It is the one. I don't know why I thought it was a different one, but this will be hers, but I will still haul it and then I'll bring it to her for her bookshelves. But it's really cool. It's wild because the Afterlight books are like this like really weird, hold on. Are like this really weird size, and then this is like a normal size book, so it kind of threw me off. But this is the special edition cover, and then this is the back. It says like the title, and then the back says, "Oh child, this world was not meant for ones like you. Come with us, come with us, come with us." But this is a very much a body horror book. Here are the edges. The inside art, and then the other art, and then, ooh, the naked hardcovers are really cool. There's that, and there's like bugs and stuff on the back. So this will obviously be going to her, but the original cover is hideous, so I'm sure she'll be thrilled. Hello friends, it is 3:40 and I just finished a book, so I had to do that sort of update, as well as I need to find my phone. I think it might be in here because I'm cooking all of my chicken. Maybe I did bring it in my room, aka the chicken for the chicken wing dip, as well as chicken for my salads. And I'm gonna make my chicken wing. I'm actually starving to death right now, but where did I put it? Oh, there's only like 2 minutes left on that, and then I'm gonna start working on finishing up making the chicken wing dip because I am starving for that. It sounds so good right now. So it's my plan of action. They were out of my favorite scoops today though, which was very devastating. I have made my chicken wing dip with you guys about a bazillion times at this point, so this is very much nothing new, but I figured I would chit chat with you. Not that I have been doing all sorts of fun things. I've quite literally not really done up too much, but Frank's Red Hot Ranch sour cream, the bowl. I'm gonna use up the rest of this bag of shredded cheddar that we do have, and it's good till January, which is amazing. I think I briefly maybe mentioned to you guys that Chris was considering seeing if it was possible for him to no longer be doing dispatch and moving back to driving, because I feel like you guys can't see very good. Because the truth of the matter is the pay is the same, and dispatch is just so much more work for like no reward. And me and Chris have talked about this like at length, so it's not like this is new information. He's a good worker with given like somebody telling him what to do, but like a leadership role like that, he just gets very easily flustered and very frazzled when things start to go wrong. And that's kind of like the point of the job of dispatch, is to handle things when they go wrong. So he's just been like prior people lately, like I was talking to one of my friends on the phone last week, and she's like, "Oh, how's Chris liking it?" And I'm like, well, before he did dispatch, he like liked it well enough. He was like, yeah, it's fine, like can't really, it's like whatever. But ever since starting dispatch, it's been like, I'm dreading tomorrow, and then it's gotten to the point where it's like not like affecting us in a negative way per se, but like he's constantly on his phone for work, and I'm like, they are not paying you enough to be at their beck and call on your days off. And he's like, yeah, I agree, but if I don't like stay up to date with what's going on, then I'm gonna be so far behind and it's gonna be worse, da da da. So today he spoke with someone about switching to driving, and they were like just super glad that he brought it to their attention instead of like just leaving, and that it would be not a big deal for him to go back to driving if that's what he thinks would be best for him, which he was very, poor baby, he was so anxious last night, and he's not one to like be anxious really ever, so whenever he is anxious, he's like, oh my god, he's like he's just not used to the crazy anxiety, like, wow. So we're just gonna use the rest of this sour cream. There's like half of a container in here. Sure. I don't really measure things when it comes to this anymore. I think the measurement is about 8 ounces or like 1 cup or whatever of sour cream. I do like a double of the base part. Like, for example, I like it more creamy. Andrea likes it more loose, so she does more sour cream and I do more cream cheese, just personal preference. But like I said, I prefer a more creamy situation and she prefers a more like loose, I guess. That's just a really good word for it, but hey. Shredded cheddar. You're also supposed to put cheddar over the top. You're supposed to do like half the bag in it and then the other half of the bag on top. I don't put any on top. It looks so dumb without it, but about a cup of ranch, sure, I don't know, and hot sauce to your taste. But since I'm just making it for like to snack on, if I was to put the cheese on top, whenever I would like microwave it, like put some in a plate and microwave it, it would be extremely greasy because of all the extra cheese on top. So I'm gonna get this mixing. But yeah, so Chris has seemed very, said that it was a very positive talk about switching back. So I'm very happy for him because he all morning was like, tell me it's gonna be okay. You think it's gonna be okay? And I'm like, yeah. Like, worst case scenario, they say no. So there's that. But I'm gonna just cut up the chicken breast and add it to there and call it a day. And then I'll pop the whole thing in the oven for like 20 minutes. Okay, just took a hair wash, or not a hair wash shower, a body shower. Chris has come from work. The dishwasher is still going, so it's kind of loud. I do apologize. I was chatting with Chris about moving, and evidently he doesn't mind his commute to work, so I no longer think that's on the table, really. Unless they come back at us and like give us some crazy increase in rent, then I think we would really consider it. But if Chris doesn't mind it, it's probably not like particularly worth the effort of moving, if I'm gonna be so honest with you, because the amount of money that would go into moving costs and stuff. And honestly, we moved here into this house July. Also, another thing, this kitchen is horrible, but we moved here in July 2022. And so we had that lease, we re-signed it in 23, 24, and then we re-signed it in 2025 for like this 6-month lease. So we were told whenever they did this 6-month one that it will most likely not increase. If it increases, I'm gonna move on principle because they made us change our frame of our lease, and that will done piss me right off. So if that's the case, we will just have to suck it up and do it. But even like most apartments, like my sister works in leasing and stuff, they raise your rent every year. And so we've only had our rent increase one time, and it was by $100. And so I feel like if they were to increase it, I'd be like, okay, well then we're gonna like shop around, because truthfully for what we pay now, we could get a 4-bedroom house to rent or pay less. So if they raise it, that's when I think the real decision will be made. Like whenever we have that concrete information one way or another. But we probably don't have that for, well, our lease is up. I think you have to like tell them within like 2 months, probably in the beginning of November. She will email me and be like, hey, your lease is up soon. What do you plan on doing? I'll be like, well, is the rent gonna stay the same? If so, we will resign. And then if she's like, no, then I'm like, then when do you need a decision by? Because we're gonna shop around. I think that's where we're at. I don't think this has ever gotten this kind of Black Forest ham, but I hate the way it looks. Oh, it looks horrid. But making Christopher's lunch. He seems in good spirits after getting home from work today, which I'm very happy about. I do need to cut up an onion because there's only really truly like tiny bit of scraps left. I might just do that right now while we're here. So I'm hoping and praying that, because I got the informed delivery app, so, and you can see like once it like hits midnight, you can see what's in the mail for the next day, and it's been completely accurate. So I'm gonna see if my debit card's in the mail for tomorrow, and if not, they're gonna get a nice but strongly worded call in the morning. Like, I know it's not anybody there who I would talk to's fault, but like 15 days without your debit card, half a month, is crazy business. Okay guys, you died when I was making Chris his lunch, but it's the next day and I called the bank. And so when I called the bank, 80% of the time I get this one girl, Ashlyn, and then the 20% of the time I get other random people. And the last 2 times I called, I got random people, but today I got Ashlyn. So I knew it was gonna be good shit. So I told her the whole situation. She puts me on hold, which the hold music is like opera music, which was really not for me. That's the foiler, if you hear beeping. So she puts me on hold, she comes back, and basically she tells me that like their branches are low on cards. I don't know what that means. And so the credit card company like directly has been sending them out, but evidently they're behind because she said that like, I don't know, they got a call, something, I don't know. Somebody who basically had to get a new card issued the week prior to mine just got theirs today. And I'm like, okay. She's like, so you can wait a couple of days and see if it comes. I'm like, bitch, it's been 10 business days, 15, technically 16 regular days. And I like cannot keep waiting. Like I really just can't. And she's like, so the another option is I can talk to my supervisor about waiving the rush fee since you've already been waiting for so long, and see if we can like get that out to you. And I'm like, yeah, like I need to order supplies, like I have a small business, da, da, da. And of course like I'm frustrated, so I start almost crying because I'm just so frustrated. And she was like, yeah, I'm gonna go talk to him. So she comes back and she's like, yeah, absolutely, we can get that rushed to you. And I'm like, okay, like what's the time frame? Like I need this information. And she said I would have it by the end of the week. So thank God for that. So then I won't need Chris to order me supplies. And rent is due today, but that's based on my bank account number, so that'll be fine. Fine. Oh, I was talking to you guys about like the option of moving. I don't really remember what I said, but basically if they don't raise our rent, we're just gonna stay here because the amount of money, it's just like comes down to how much money it costs to move. you know, especially when like you don't have like we would have to rent like a U-Haul regardless, but like Chris doesn't have all of his like friends here to like move our shit, you know, and like I don't have my dad here to help hang things, and that's so it just ended up being like a lot of dollars to move. So if they come back and they raise our rent, I will be like bye-bye, because we can rent bigger houses with a whole additional bedroom for less, for like $100 less. But if they were to raise our rent, it would be like multiple $100 less. So absolutely not. So today's business, what we're getting done today is the rest of this stack, and I need to edit my vlog, but we have Allison from Colorado, Marche from the PR team, Monica from Tennessee, 2 orders in a row from Miss Sabrina from Ohio. I don't know if you watch my videos, but she placed quite a few orders this week, and I am thankful for you. We've got Elizabeth from Kansas, Victoria from Australia, Laura from Virginia, Monica from Tennessee again, Laura from the PR team, Sabrina again from Ohio, and Sam from Illinois. That's all we got. That's all she wrote, and we're gonna get it done right now. You know, that's the plan, baby. You guys let me forget that I needed to edit my vlog today. There's a laptop. I've been offloading. And then found myself deep in Doomsville, USA, aka doom scrolling. So, you know. It be like that sometimes. It truly just be like that. But I'm about to go bathe, take a body shower, and then get this video edited, and then possibly get McDonald's. I'm really having a hankering, but I have great news for you guys. I have like all the informed deliveries, like post office, UPS, FedEx, you name it. And so when something ships through one of those shipping things, I get an email with, it has tracking, being like, your package is expected whenever. I got an email from from FedEx, the sender being my bank, it's gonna be here tomorrow. They overnighted it, and I'm so excited. So tomorrow I'm gonna go fix all of my payments, which is really exciting. And I'm gonna order paper, and I think tomorrow I'm gonna finish the Advent. I'm gonna show you this. I wrapped all the books for the book portion of the Advent. So there's 4 books in the Advent that have like the ones, people who selected the full day who have books. So I did 3 different wrappings, and each one is for a different genre. So I'm very excited about that. I did that so that I can make sure that everybody got like a variety of genres. But I'm gonna go shower, edit this video, and then I might be bad and get McDonald's. I'm just being so honest with you. Y'all, my hair has such a mark in it from my headphones, but hello, I am freaking killing it. I have about 5 days left of the Advent to do, and I'm gonna finish it today. Bound and determined. My card is out for delivery, but I talked on the phone with my dad for a few hours, like literally almost 2 hours. That's really rare for us, but I figured out what in the salad dressing I think is giving me the allergic reaction. Hopefully you guys can't see. I'll sit like this so you can't see the cutting machines in case, you know, you can see what's on it for the Advent. But we were talking, and I was telling him all about like the hives and this, that, and the other thing, and he brought up a really good, amazing point. One of the ingredients, and it's pretty low on the ingredient list, is rosemary extract. And I think it's probably low on the list because you don't need a lot of it for it to go a long way. But my dad is allergic to rosemary. He can use like fresh rosemary, but like super high concentrates of rosemary give him an allergic reaction. So I think it's the rosemary extract that's giving me hives. But like, hives or whatever. I get them all the time. But whatever salad, so if I have hives later, that's why. And I got my caffeine. This Diet Coke, I dropped it on the floor yesterday, so I had to put it back. But I'm gonna watch the final episode of the new season of Love is Blind, the current season of Love is Blind. And yeah, that's pretty much my plan, is to just work on the advent. I might work on D&D while I work on the advent. That's like a possibility. So we'll see how it goes. Hoping for a good day. And it's already going pretty well. My card should be here between like 2 and 5 or something, which is amazing. I'm gonna order paper first things first, and then I need to order bubble mailers and some paper from the, what's it called, for my colored printer as well. So that's the plan. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Okay friends, everything for the advent is printed and foiled, and I'm working on the cutting portion now, which is amazing. Loving that situation. Whoa, I'm just so thrilled that I'm gonna get it done today. I almost have the last like sheet that's gonna take a million years to cut done, and then the rest of the stuff should be a pretty quick cut job. So it's 2 o'clock. I'm hoping to be done with everything by 4, and then work on D&D for a little bit, and then I think tomorrow I'm gonna get ready and film short form stuff. I think that's like the plan of action, you know? But I just wanted to come in here out of the office to talk to you guys, because I don't want to accidentally show anything, you know what I mean? Since it is just such a little secretive mission in there. I was able to get my video up for today. Amazing. That's live. Grand. For some reason, my like book video, like my haul, is like popping off, which I'm kind of excited about. I've gotten like 10 subscribers since it uploaded, and most of my videos it's like 70 views, 112, 85, 160, and then that one's just casually like 500. We love to see it. It's so funny because it's like the types of videos that do the best are the videos I would never watch. Like, I don't watch hauls. If somebody posts a haul, I skip it. Monthly, like I would not watch somebody's like journaling, book journaling video. So it's just like really funny to me. But back in the loud room because I gotta switch out the machine. Guys, I'm taking you out in the wild so we can be a family. We've been having a hankering. This Olive Garden was literally like a scavenger hunt to get here. It was buried in the woods.
There was like 7 signs that you had to like weave through a maze to get back here. It was weird.
It was a choice, but here we are. I'm gonna get the never-ending breadsticks, soup salad and breadsticks, and then we are gonna get the never-ending dipping sauce for the breadsticks. We're gonna start with the 5-cheese marinara. Chris is gonna get never-ending pasta. What's your first pick?
Dude, I was thinking fettuccine alfredo with the crispy chicken.
Okay.
I'd say that's a pretty banging combo.
That's what he's thinking. We're at the new game store. It's a book and game store. Books this way, games this way. Super cool. Just doing some perusing. Welcome to late night luncheon with Hannah. It is the evening time, and I am gonna pack Chris's lunch because he typically doesn't go in until 12:30 on whatever day tomorrow is. But due to like him switching roles and stuff, he has to go in earlier tomorrow. He has to be in at 10, which isn't like super early, but it just works better if I get his lunch done tonight, which is fine. No big deal. What is Chris getting? Chris is getting, in case you wondered, a Blue Zero Gatorade, Glacier Freeze, random sauce for his sandwich is going to be the Melinda's extra hot pepper sauce. He is going to get a banana strawberry apple pouch. The reason we do the pouches is because a lot of the times he will eat on the go, and so this is really easy. Mini fudge stripes, mini Cheetos, and I can show you what I do for his sandwich. I packed that little hot sauce so that he has some sort of sauce, but we have got that. Bread, of course. Just gonna grab some lettuce and cheese stuff. Okay. 2 slices of wheat bread. And I don't do any condiments because I don't want it to get soggy. That's why I use this like little bottle. And honestly, whenever these are used up, I'm probably gonna just peel off the stickers and reuse these for other condiments. I feel like that would be very useful. We currently have Black Forest ham. We also have like pepperoni and salami, but those kind of the cured meats. Me and Chris have to potty, so he does not like them for lunches or really doesn't eat them in general. I do 4 slices of meat. I do 2 facing that way. And then one's facing the other way. So it's a very even layer of meats. I with my hands because definitely touching the meat freaks me out. I check to see if he needs a napkin. He sometimes uses it, he sometimes does not. So put a new napkin in, close the meat, and then I do the pickle here. I do the onion next. Just kind of throw it on there, like however, good enough. And then I put the pickle next because I don't want it to be in direct contact with the bread on either side. Then we move into lettuce, kind of at the end of the romaine heart. So we just have like the little baby pieces. And then I do a slice of cheese, typically provolone, but he bought this Gouda to make grilled cheeses with, but I know that he made one once. And I don't see there being a future where he makes more, so I'm just using them up here. And then I don't cut it because I didn't put any, like, there's no condiment on it. So if I cut it in half, it'll just fall apart. There's nothing sticking it all together. So then I just toss it in the bag and then put it in the lunchbox, and then I just put his whole lunchbox in the fridge. And in the morning he can add the ice packs. Obviously I can't add them right now because they would be not ice by the time he goes to work. So that's that. But we have a super fun like impromptu date night. We went to dinner called the Olive Garden. Which if you didn't know, Chris used to work at Olive Garden. Not like obviously this one, but back home he worked at Olive Garden for a bit. So we've been talking about it, and so it was really fun to go. To this new place that just opened called the Secret Lantern, and it's like a board game bookstore combination. And I'm gonna be keeping my eyes peeled because they do a lot of like D&D events there. I would love to go to some, but all the D&D events for this month are like filled up. But yeah, I'm gonna go lay down. Good morning, friends. I got ready with my chunky glitter. This glitter stresses Chris out. I had it on in one of my videos in my birthday book haul that went up, and he clicked on it and he was like, it's making my eyes water looking at your eye glitter. So today's plan of action is, at some point I'm going to print and organize orders, but I'm waiting on my toner, which is out for delivery. So there's that. I want to finish up D&D. Didn't get very far yesterday, but I don't think I have all that much I need to do. And right now I'm going to film some short form stuff because that needs to get done while there's daylight, which is hard to come by these days. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll check in with you guys probably at lunchtime. I fear it's already lunchtime. It has been not that long, I will very much so admit that to you. It is approximately, time-wise, 11 o'clock. So, it's been pretty much no time at all, but, you know, no time like the present to have lunch, because I'm starving. I think we had dinner quite early yesterday. Well, I mean, like, not like early, but Chris got home at 4:30 and I got ready and we left and went to dinner. So, like, 5 o'clock. I'm more of like a 7 o'clock dinner type of gal because of the hours that I keep. So, I'm quite starving to death by this time of the day. I filmed some reels. I did the dang thing, you know. Filmed some short form. Did that. I'm filming a video where I'm like letting Libby pick my reads, and it's like I'm reading only books that are in the skip the line section, but there was like a bunch of bangers, and like you can only have one skip the line book out at a time, and since I finished my last one, there's been like nothing good at all. So this is like a Cafe Vienna pumpkin pecan waffle scent we're gonna put in here, but I'm going between a salad and what's it called, and a sandwich, and I do think I'm feeling a Sammy Poo today. That does sound quite good. So I started my little series. There'll probably be a couple of them up on my booktube. I'll probably end up filming more today. It's like, the thing is, it's gonna suck is I'm really bad at remembering what books are about because I do read so many of them, which, like, I know people have opinions on that, but like, it's not that I don't understand what I'm reading. Like, I could immediately give you like an in-depth review, and I do when I'm actually gonna go do some book reviews when I am doing my book videos, but like months later, come on, forget about it. I'm, like I said, waiting on Miss Amazon to bring me my things. Not here. So I'm gonna go do 2 reading updates. Well, one of the books I'm only like 20% in, so I'm actually gonna wait till I'm like halfway. But I'm gonna go do a reading update, and I was gonna have it be the last book, but it might actually not be the last book. So there's that. Y'all, I'm all of a sudden, like, I'm just like, was just filming a book update, and I'm like, damn, I'm fucking crampy. No way that it's time for my period again. It's day 25 of my cycle. And I'm back to being regular after a very stressful life for a couple of months. My cycle was really fucked up, but being back on track, I love, because it makes everything so much more predictable. And I need that kind of stability. So, we're going to make a Sammy and chit chat. Like I said, I think the next step I'm going to go into my office and work on duh and duh. I don't want to print any, like, I have things I could do. I have 3 different shops that I need to send freebies to this week. No big deal. It'll take like 30 minutes out of my day to make all of them NBD. I gotta design it. I could do that, but I don't want to like print anything, obviously, because fly is pissing me off. I don't want to print anything because I don't. My toner is running out, and I don't want to like be wasteful on the whole paper front. So, you know how it goes. Chris is at work. He's probably gonna work late today, I'm assuming, because he went in at what they call a regular shift. That's quite literally how they refer to it. Can you come in for a regular shift? So he went in for a regular. So that's usually like a 10-hour shift, and he went in for 10. So I'm gonna be by my lonesome for quite some hours, but that's fine. We've got plenty to do, including, as y'all know, the things we discussed. Let's see if I can whack this fly. Nope. Get the fuck out of here. This happens when I was bringing in the trash, okay? That's what it came down to. But you can see my, whoa, lovely sandwich skills. You've seen them so many times before, but I'll show you again. I'm not opposed to showing you again. So I'm gonna get the D&D stuff done. That's my first plan of action. I'm gonna track the Amazon stuff and see when it's gonna be here. And then I think I ordered 3 things, maybe 4 things. I know I ordered toner, I know I ordered bubble mailers, and I know I ordered some shark stickers. We're not gonna talk about that part. That's just something I needed for my soul, okay? So, pretty much set on that front. But I'm gonna print and organize orders, do journaling cards, pull foil, order foil. That's like top of the, oh, I do onions next. There's like a weird amount of onions left in this container, so we're just gonna pop them on. It's probably fine. Okay, and then pickles. I love anything pickled. Pickles, pickled onions, pickled bell peppers. I love it. I love anything super duper vinegary. Delish. De-freaking-alish. Like, I could quite literally just eat the entire jar of pickles. And if you don't like pickles, I am unfortunately judging you slightly. But at the same time, as long as you agree that if we happen to be somewhere together and you get something served to you with pickles, I can have your pickle, then you're back in my good graces. I hate that like some of these peppers have like big chunks of the core. It really pisses me off. But hey, it's whatever. But put some peppers on here. And I do have my oil and vinegar that just kind of lives in this container on a paper towel, because I feel like no matter what, it kind of leaks. But I'm gonna for sure watch YouTube while I'm eating, and then I actually, when I'm working on D&D, I need it to be like, I need dead silence. Like, I can't be watching TV, I can't be listening to audio. I have to be like zoned in, focused, ready to go. Otherwise, mistakes happen. So, I will zone in on that. And then I am hoping to finish the audiobook that I started yesterday today would be great. I'm trying to get back on my like minimum averaging out a book a day, where like some days I won't finish a book, but some days I'll finish 3 books. It just depends on what's going on. So I've been really in the mood to read lately though, so that's been super helpful. Pokemon did kind of put a damper in that though, because I haven't played a lot of Pokemon. I am kind of annoyed at the part that I'm at right now though. So, well, that's a lie. I just finished the part that I was annoyed with, and I didn't pick it up yesterday because I wanted to get book club done. That was a high priority because I was getting stressed. Usually I try to read book club like at the beginning of the month, and I'm gonna try to get back on that because I like to have, we do Fable, or I do Fable. And I love how it like breaks it up by chapter, and I feel like me being like the host of the book club, it's like better if all of my thoughts and feelings are in there quite early so that anybody else who reads it can comment back, whatever. But like many people have already read it, so you know. Cut that in half, and then make sure my dip doesn't need to be stirred. It's good. Got that. Got my chips. I've been heavy on the DC over Alani lately. I think because the Alani's so high in caffeine that it does make me a little bit anxious. I'm not gonna make the mistake of putting that in my pocket again, because I did that the other day and dropped it, and then had to go get a different one. Had to make 2 trips anyway, otherwise it's gonna explode on me. But we got our lunch handled, and I am going to go in here. Oh, I can, I don't really feel like it right now, since I can show you what I got at the bookstore, but I don't really want to because that's a lot of effort, and I want to eat my lunch. That was the Finch app. Making some sort of noise at me. But yeah, so I'm gonna get to going on my things after lunch. First is lunch. This is something I was really bad about whenever I worked in my full-time job. I would work on my lunch, which are probably like, yeah, whatever, like it's not that bad. If you work for the man specifically, like for a company, you're not self-employed, take your fucking lunch. Take the whole lunch. Take the time that is given to you, that you are technically in most cases legally required to take. I really only know the laws of New York State, but you know, take your lunch because they owe it to you, and so you shouldn't work on your lunch. And so that's something that like I started doing towards the end of my time at my full-time job that I used to have, because I absolutely hated it there. And so yeah, that's just really my mindset, my motto, you know. It's like my Hakuna Matata. But I'm gonna go eat my lunch. Bye. Pumpkin pecan waffles is such a good scent, but my big old box from Amazon came in. Also, the thing that I couldn't think of was paper for my colored printer. I know it sounds boring. Boring. Oh boy. Okay. Toner. Not fun. None of this stuff. Well, one of these things is fun. Paper for this printer. Also, not fun. The 2 most fun things is I always like to pick out fun bubble mailers. These are like a pink ombre, which I thought was really pretty. And then the most fun item of all, my ultimate. This is the ultimate shark sticker book. Look at this stupid little hammerhead. This is for my junk journaling situation, but I'm honestly just thrilled about it, truly. Here she is. But that came, I'm still working on D&D, and yeah, that's pretty much it. This has just been an annoying day. So I was talking with Andrea and she's like, you should make business cards, blah, blah, blah. So I'm working on doing this, right? And I'm trying to like buy some stuff, buy the business cards, and my card keeps getting declined. And I'm like, so over this. So I called the bank because I'm over it. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she proceeds to tell me that there's a 15 transaction per 24 hours like rule. That's literally never been a thing. Because like when I'm buying files and stuff on Etsy for like new releases and whatever, like because it's digital, there's no shipping. So I'll buy like one thing here, one thing there. It'll be like 18 transactions from all these different shops. And I've literally never had this be an issue. When you're on vacation, you're making 1 million transactions a day. I've for sure be making 15 transactions a day when I'm at Disney from like getting waters and snacks, whatever. So I'm like, feels like a lie. I'm like, when did that become a thing? Because it's like literally, but additionally, the things that I've purchased in the last 24 hours, and this includes like pre-authorization transaction, I counted them, there's 9. And that includes like my rent, which comes out with like my routing number, and my like car insurance, which comes out with my routing number. So I'm just like, the math is not mathing, truly. So she's like, I can give you an extension for like the day. And I'm like, well, I need this changed permanently because this is ridiculous behavior. She's like, you have to go into the branch. And I'm like, I don't live near a branch. And she's like, well, I can have them give you a call. And I'm like, fucking whatever. But I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed, I'm so annoyed, I'm so annoyed. Because like, I've not made 15, and like, whenever the first one was declined, I had made 1 transaction on my card. I can see all of the transactions made on my card. I made my Amazon purchase and then the next thing got declined. So the math is just not mathing, and it's really making me absolutely infuriated, if I'm being so honest with you. But gonna go back to D&D because it's now 2:30 and I've spent so much time working on the business card and trying to get this shit figured out with my card, and I was spending so much time making a QR code, and like I would make it and it would say that it was free, and then I'd get to the end and it's like $20 a month, and I'm like, no. So yeah, no, whatever. Just did that, got that business cards ordered. That's gonna be like for events and stuff, but I'm just irritated. Oh, maybe I already told you because I'm very flustered right now. My jury duty got canceled. And I'm pissed. This office feels like hoarding buried alive, but I'm gonna pull foil with you guys. Maybe for all the orders, it's a very small chunk right here. Very manageable. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. So this one I don't have to because it's a blind date with a book situation. First up, we've got Elsa from Florida, and we have got a rose bundle in deep pink. Oh my god, I just realized that the whole reason I didn't, because this is like the middle of it, is got like no ink on it. I didn't even end up changing out the toner. I'm so dumb. Well, I already have everything organized, and I already did all of the journaling cards, so all that's left to do is this and then order whatever foil I need. Here's to hoping the answer is a none. Cherry bundle and Pixie Rose. It's gonna be pretty. Okay. And then I would like to do those freebies for the like shops that I am with. If you have a small business of any sorts, let me know if you would like some freebies, or if you want to donate some freebies. Let me know, let me know. And then we have an artsy bundle in Lover. You'll say all your dirtiest jokes for me. That's literally all I can think of every time I use that color. This order technically was not was placed today, but it made it in time. It did, so it's being included. It's just 3 bundles. It's nothing too crazy to get done. Then we have got Julie from MI. She got the SPC gingerbread bundle in bronze. Oh, okay. Here she is. Bronze is like my most brown foil. Like just a classic brown. So either this or caramel are probably like your best options if you want like a true, I think caramel is probably a more like gingerbready color, but got that. Then the Shine bundle in matte fuchsia. It was really big there. I have so many pinks. So the pink drawer is always, basically the bottom is falling out of the pink drawer at all times. I keep having to like tape it back together. Oh, I think I'm probably gonna have to order silver. I think that's probably gonna be my like downfall, is that I'm out of silver. So I do need to keep an eye on that. The Sparkle bundle in Pixie Lime. Confetti bundle in matte silver. For sure gonna have to order silver because we've got a bundle here in silver. So that's gonna be, I have one piece, literally like the ability to foil one thing in silver, one single sheet. So I will put that on the shopping list. I just gotta find a notepad. Here one is silver. Pixie Rose Shine bundle, and then that's everything for Julie besides the stuff that's in silver that I don't pull foil for 4 colors. They just kind of sit at my desk. It used to make sense because I would get like, when I had less colors, a lot of orders would be core. It doesn't really make sense other than I buy them in like extreme bulk. So they're obnoxious to cut, but that's just me being like, that's how I'm used to it, so it's just how we're gonna do it, you know? Then we are moving into Selena from California. The SPC Gingerbread bundle in Antique Gold. Also a very common color for people to get it in. Must admit, it's pretty popular in that color. As well as mixed lights overlays and one Xmas light underlay in Antique Gold. So we technically need 8 strips, so I'm going to cut 9 and just put one in the rollover bin in the drawer. Have like a little bin in each drawer that I like just put extra pieces of foil in. We need the lace bundle in silver stars, as well as 2 extra sheets, but I have those already cut for an extra underlay and the mixed bows overlays. So I'm just gonna cut enough here for the lace bundle. This is gonna like hurt your eyes foil because the lace bundle is quite chunky. So it's gonna be like big old chunks of foil that are gonna blind you a little bit. Then we need 2 bow underlays in coral. Now I somehow have actually romantic stuck in my head. Not really sure why, but whatever. Festive underlays, 2 of them in Miss Regular Pixie Hollow. There's 1. I'm just seeing if I have any more cut. I do not, so we'll cut 1 more. I also need to place my scribble prints order. 2 Doctor underlays in light purple. The light purple that I have is very periwinkle. If you want like a true like lavender, that would be lavender. But this color is super pretty and it matches a lot more than you think it would. Hollyberry underlays in Hunter, as well as 1 additional underlay in Hunter. So just that additional underlay. Love when I already have the extra one cut. I desperately need a sip of water. And then we're going to need an ornaments bundle in Pixie Hollow, as well as one extra sheet of underlays, which I absolutely have that one extra sheet cut because I just cut those. And this will be everything for Selena. From California. You know what song was stuck in my head all morning? 50 Nifty United States, and that was really obnoxious. Okay, I need a sip of water. It's not my water, but that seems like a later Hannah problem. This order is from Laura, I believe. Yeah, from Virginia. She only gets core colors, so we can move past that. Madison from Texas, 2 marble underlay and hollow line. Marble 1, I should say. She got a weekly essentials in matte bronze and in copper. I'll grab those. Copper first. Matte bronze. Then we need a coquette bundle in a light pink. Two, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, 2 nutcracker underlays in light pink, as well as a nutcracker washi, so 3 strips in light pink. And then the SPC gingerbread collab in shattered gold. I accidentally have 2 rolls of shattered gold like started, so I'm so glad that I'm gonna finish up this one. It's a bit too long, so just toss this in my freebie bin. Any little scraps of foil just go into the freebie foil. Or now I've been using them a lot for like the junk scrap bundles. And it's been so fun to get to just like use whatever happens to be in there. Okay. And then 2 bamboo 2 underlays in olive. Okay. That's everything for Miss Madison. We're already at 10 minutes, so I'm definitely not doing all of these with you. This one is for Danielle from Wisconsin. She got a lot of stuff in black and for, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 customs in black. So that's 3 sheets cut in half. Works out great. And then we're gonna use the mixed deco in autumn tie-dye as well as in shattered red. Autumn tie-dye, shattered red. I need SPC Star 2 in autumn tie-dye and shattered red. These must be the colors, I'm guessing, for November and December in your journal. And then divider 1 in autumn tie-dye, as well as in shattered red. So that's just my guess that this is the November and December. The colors would fit. One's autumnal, one's Christmassy. That's my guess. Let me know if I'm right. Then we've got another custom in black. So that I have at a single black cut. Well, let me see the next page. 2 more black, which works out great. And then that's everything for Danielle. Next is for Kayla from Alabama. She got junk Junk Journal version 5, so I don't have to pull foil for that. Then she got the Taylor Junk Sheet in Pumpkin and in Blue Hollow, so we'll start there. But you keep sending me funny Valentine's with other pressure. Like a toy from working at me from his tiny purse. So much in Blue Hollow, yeah. Okay. Amazing, wonderful, magical, fantabulous. We love to see it. Live, laugh, love it. Amazing. Junk version 2, we don't have to pull anything for. And we've got some short pages. We've got football and music deco sheet, both gonna be in silver stars. Okay. And then we need dragon and gold stars. I feel like that's very fitting for dragon. I love it, I love it, I love it. Kisses in red, and then baseball in dark blue. Red is red and dark blue. Do I have any cuts? I have a little bit of dark blue cut. Fine. And I think with that, I'm going to be done pulling foil with you guys because I need to go fill my water. Bye! Oh gosh. Okay guys, I had to order Silver Lover and a Pixie Lime. But that's been ordered. Card worked, thankfully. And so now, I just can't believe my freaking jury duty got canceled. How devastating. I'm gonna take a shower because I don't know what it is about pulling foil, but it makes me sweat to death. And now I'm absolutely freezing. And I'm kind of feeling crampy. I want to wash my hair. It's a greasy mess. You know what I mean? It's really disgusting. And this glitter on my eyeballs is really itching me. And I want to be able to itch my eyes. I've been bad about taking my allergy medicines. I'm going to actually take that first and foremost. And then I'm going to take a shower. And then hopefully finish up D&D. I'm almost done with like the storyline. I'm on the last act, so I'm gonna finish that up and then do the maps really quick. That's pretty simple, and then I'm pretty much done with everything I needed to do today, which is amazing news. Truly, I wish I had more chicken wing dip because I'm PMSing, and that and McDonald's sounds so good. And I was really hoping that Chris wasn't working super duper late today, because he literally told me yesterday, I think I'm just gonna have like a snack, because I don't feel like really making anything, if I'm being honest with you. But I asked Chris, I'm like, so like, what time, I called him, like, what time are you getting out? Because he literally made like a whole big deal to tell me yesterday about how like, they're like tightening up people like doing overtime, blah, 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 and, like, all this shit about like the owners not wanting people having overtime. So silly me thought that because they had him go in 2 hours early today, that he would get out 2 hours early, because otherwise he's gonna have overtime. And then Chris, sometimes I think the math just doesn't math with him. He's like, yeah, well I think it's more so they don't want you to go over for the week. And I'm like, yeah, but like the thing is this is your last day of the week, so you're gonna go over on hours. But whatever. I'm gonna watch some YouTube and have some chips, and then I'm gonna do the maps for D&D. Well, the stuff cuts. I think I have like one enemy I need to make, so that's not bad at all. And yeah, that's where I'm at. And then I'm just gonna chill. Just gonna chill. Might play Pokemon and listen to my audiobook. I'm at a part in Pokemon where I think I will be able to listen to my audiobook. Where I was at before, it was kind of hard, so, you know. Okay guys, it is 7 o'clock in the evening. I'm watching something stupid on TV. I'm zoned out on the sofa when my wife comes in the room and sees me. Is this Behind the Music with Leonard Skinner? say I don't know, but it's getting late. What you wanna do for dinner? Okay. Also, more news. I finished that freebie stuff. I finished the D&D stuff. I've been chilling. I'm going to my room now. I do kind of piddle, but Chris is officially going to be going to be working Monday through Thursdays now. So he'll have Sunday, Monday, or he's going to be working Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think. So he's going to have Thursday through Saturday off, which is pretty great, pretty lovely, pretty wonderful. What wax? There was a wax in here that I was like, I'm going to use in my room today. This one, because there's just 2 pieces in it. Pumpkin, pecan, waffle, banana bread, and zucchini bread. I mean, say less. I do think I want to play some Pokemon. Chris is out in bumfuck. Like, I'm gonna look up the town that he's in right now and see how far it is. Actually don't know how to spell it. One moment. Guess it's actually not that far. My phone says only 30 minutes away, but that is definitely incorrect. Because Chris is constantly bitching whenever, like, everybody at his work bitches when they have to go to this place. But basically, he was doing, like, rescue driving, and they got a call that somebody's, like, vehicle, like, the coolant there was a coolant leak or some shit. I don't really know. And so Chris had to go bring them a van. So he did that, and now he has to sit there and wait for a tow truck. But it's like 90 degrees out, and he can't turn the car on because of the coolant situation. And so he's just sitting there with no AC. So I'm sure it's giving he's gonna want to get food on the way home. I would put money on it, because whenever he has a really bad day, that's his, like, go-to. I'm going to get Mega Coast-tastic in bed, which means getting my comfy thing. I'm gonna change out of what I'm currently wearing. We go from lounge clothes to more lounge clothes in this house. And now I'm going to layer on top of my pillow. I've decided I like it better this way. It's more comfortable for me. But we're gonna layer it with my heated blanket. And it's gonna be amazing. And then I need to grind in Pokemon because I have to get tickets to do my next leveling match. So I'm gonna have to go get that done. This specific heated blanket, I bought myself this one. The one in my office is the one Chris's mom got me, and it's so good. But this one sucks ass, truly. But I am going to just have a blast. I'm gonna try listening to my audiobook, and then if I don't feel like I'm paying attention, then I'll just turn it off. Good morning, cutie pies. I'm all ready for the day because my friend Maria bought the year of books in the shop, which love you, thank you, girl. But I need to go shopping for books for her, and maybe books for me, because it's been a while since I've had access to my money. So I'm gonna go do that. It's 10:30. Chris said he doesn't want to come with me, which is very devastating. But I have on my Dungeon Daddy t-shirt, and then I have like the little thing that you can use to like shorten it, because I'm just wearing it with like sweatpant shorts, because I'm gonna be eating my period and I'm bloated and don't feel great. But we're gonna go on an adventure. on film in there because I was getting stuff from Maria, and I know she watches my videos. But I did get everything in one stop, but I also don't really want to go home yet. So I may just go somewhere else. Why not? I'm already out. Enjoy my freedom. I decided to go to Barnes. Do I think I'm going to find anything here? No. I never do, but why not? JK, there's some bangers on buy one, get one 50% off. I'm hype. Okay guys, we are home. I wrapped up all of Maria's books for her thingamaboogle, you know what I mean? Got that done, and I asked her, I'm like, I don't currently have craft paper. I didn't realize that like I used it all, so I'm like, I can for sure order some, but it just probably won't go out this weekend, or I can just use fun paper. And she said, fun paper, use what you got, girl. So did that. I think I'm going to have a salad. Kind of hungry. I got a large french fry. I had like enough points to get one for free, so I got a large french fry and a Diet Coke for like $1.80. We love a deal and a steal. So I then, you know what else I wanted to do? I kind of wanted to make pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. Maybe we'll start with that, and then I'll make a salad. I think that's where we're gonna begin. It's like the world's simplest recipe, but I think it could be. I think I have to make it 350, so we'll start the preheating. If that's wrong, I'll just change it. I'm like, did I rebuy the stuff? Yes. Okay. For this recipe, you need spice cake, pumpkin, spice cake, pumpkin. It's this recipe on Pinterest, 4-ingredient pumpkin cookies. You need chocolate chips. I don't know if that's enough, but I have more. That's like, I refill the canister with. And I think it's 1 egg, but I just want to verify. But the only thing is you have to store them just lightly covered, otherwise they get really sticky if you put them under airtight container. Preheat the oven. How much chocolate chips? Like, where's the actual recipe card? Here it is. 350. Yup. 1 egg. So, we're just gonna mix together these things. I'm gonna go 1 cup for the chocolate chips. So preheat the oven to 350, mix together the cake mix, 1 can of pumpkin and 1 egg, mix it, and then you add the chocolate chips. And that's quite literally the whole recipe. Isn't that wild behavior? And these are like very soft and fluffy, delicious autumnal treat. I always like to make these at least once during the fall, and I've not made them yet, so had to get it to it. So I'm just gonna start by opening the pumpkin. I was gonna make these the week of the ant situation, but then I didn't want to be in my kitchen for like a couple of days because I felt like everything had ants in it. I also threw away the pumpkin because there was ants on the container, and so simply it had to be thrown away. So then I want, if you have a cookie scoop, these are very gloopy cookies, so I do recommend it. And then I'm gonna just use a rubber scraper. And then I'm gonna keep this like at the ready because usually while I'm mixing something in the mixer, at least once I'll scrape down the edges. Even though like the beater that I just put on it has a rubber edge, I still feel like in the deep crevices, it needs help. Doing the egg last, obviously. definitely have kind of like a cakey texture because it is made with cake mix, but I think they're really delish. Smells like fall. I think this is about 1 cup. Yeah, it's like exactly 1 cup of chocolate chips. Okay. Oh, I wasn't supposed to do the chocolate chips yet. Well, we're doing it all at the same time, I guess, because they're in there. I'm not taking them out. Can you guys crack an egg with one hand? It is one of my few skills in life. Touch eggs. Raw egg touches you. Wash your freaky deaky docking hands. And so we'll do these. When I cook things in the oven, I'll just put it in whether it's preheated or not. Definitely not the case with baking. Not the case with baking. But I'm gonna get that going and then get out some of my many baking sheets. All of my like least gross ones are in the dishwasher, so I'll try some of them later. Where are my silicone baking mixes? It should be in here. Okay, there's jam back here. Ow, fuck. Ow, ow, ow. I have 1,000 trays. Silicone baking mats. As well as I do have parchment paper if I need all 3 trays because I only have 2 silicone baking mats. Okay. That is that. This actually looks pretty well mixed. I always like to unlock it and lift it a little bit so that the blade part is not in the batter, and then make it go really fast to fling off everything. So we're gonna silicone baking thing. I'm gonna put these on here. And these cook 12 to 14 minutes until they spring back slightly when you touch and they don't look shiny. With baking, you always want to go for the lesser time first. You can cook them more, but once they're overcooked forever. Excuse you. As I said, it's a very wet dough. Kind of feels more like you're scooping a cupcake than a cookie, but they're really yummy. Excuse you. That was really bad. So one of my cousins is pregnant and she's due in a few weeks, but they think she's gonna have the baby early. She's been having like pretty bad contractions. And like, it's had to go to the hospital, and it's like her second kid and whatever. But we've had this inside joke. The lore is unimportant about October 26th. It's been like a running joke since middle school, like one of those silly little jokes about a boy. And so the running joke now is that it was all the universe's long con plan and that she's gonna have this baby on October 26th. And I'm like, honestly, that would be serendipitous at this point. If after everything, that's when you have her, it would be crazy. So she's been texting me and she's like, yo, this shit is awful. I feel like shit. And I'm like, well, she's coming on Sunday, so I don't really know what to tell you. So kind of close together over here, but like, it's fine. These do not really spread like at all. So I'm not overly concerned. I'm hoping I can fit everything onto this tray. these are a fave autumnal treat. This and my like apple dip, but that's like a lot of work, like cutting up apples and whatever, so. But I figured I would make this a day that we're going to game night so that I can bring them, because like homemade cookies only, or these aren't really, I mean like they're homemade, but like I'm not using like flour and all of that, but they don't last as long as like a box of Oreos or a container of Chips Ahoy. So I think whatever's left, I'm just gonna be wasteful, because it's like one cookie's worth, and I'm not doing a whole separate tray for like a cookie, you know what I mean? So. So we're gonna throw these in for 12 minutes. Actually, don't need this. Set timer for 12 minutes. All right. Okay. Something, there's like red on the floor. I don't think that it's, might have been ripped from the can of pumpkin. I don't really know. But I'm gonna make a salad now. Truly, I think I might need to cut onion, which is really trash, because I don't really like making another task for myself, but this is a pitiful amount of onion, so I'm just gonna toss this. We're gonna cut a fresh one. I have to cut the strawberries anyway, so it's like whatever, you know what I mean? I don't need to put one. I'm not making a sandwich. Strawberries, blackberries, chicken, lettuce, feta, lettuce, feta. I need to get out an onion, cut. There's 2 small onions, so I'm gonna cut them both. Salad dressing, and then the nuts. Chris is throwing a tantrum about his game. Sounds about right. So, just gonna fill my bowl with lettuce. Some good old spring mix, get my iron in, you know. Definitely not like maximum, but more than I would be if I wasn't eating this salad. It's kind of like my mindset with like, even if I'm not eating like the healthiest dressing or whatever, like it's still leaps and bounds heavier, healthier than fast food. And I do deeply wish that it was my chicken wing dip, which is also really bad for you, but the PMS gods want what the PMS gods want. Sometimes that's just what the doctor ordered, and can guarantee you I will be getting stuff to make it again. Granted, I'll get stuff to make the salad again, but it does sound delicious. The thing is I will make it for like 2 to 3 weeks, 3 times, and then I'll be like over it for like months. So there's that. But I'm gonna just continue making my salad, and I will talk to you guys later. Happy Saturday. Chris and I, last night we had game night, and we played 7 Wonders per what Chris wanted to play, and then Andrea, for some reason, Nick wanted to play the Mistborn game, and Andrea was like, let's play Catan. So we played Catan. I'm not really like a big Catan person, and Andrea apparently she thought it was more fun than it is. And so we had a pretty, like, at one point, basically, the setup rules for Catan, or Catan. Catan is how you say it, apparently. So the rules to set up Catan are very, lax. It's very, like, oh, that is so aptly, I hate that. So the instructions are not, like, uber clear on how to go about setting her up. It's just like, here's how to set it up if you're like, it's your first time playing. To the point that Chris was looking it up on Reddit, and Reddit's like, yeah, the rules are not clear. So part of our setup, I think, was fucked up, and the expansion is mixed in with the 5 to 6% expansion is mixed in with the base game, and I think that caused a little bit of an issue, because in Catan you like put these, you randomize these like number little discs on the different resource tiles, and whenever the dice roll that number, that area produces. But because of the expansion, there was more little number tiles than you need, and I think we somehow got every single difficult number, like 12, 11, 10, like the numbers that are hard to roll with 2d6s. So towards the end, Andrea just wanted the game to end, so she's like, here, have all of my things, because I was the closest to winning. She's like, I vote we just give Hannah all of our resources so she can just end the game. So I did end up winning both of the games, which is so funny. I feel like I only win games that I don't like. I said to Chris, I'm like, maybe it's because I'm just trying to make the games over. Not really Seven Wonders. Seven Wonders is like a whatever game. It's completely like, I'm completely neutral about Seven Wonders. But but then last night was crazy thunderstorms. Whenever I was driving home from Andrea's, I kept thinking that my windshield was like not defogging. Oh no, it turns out simply that it turned out that it was just the road steaming. Isn't that wild behavior? Hated it. Hated it so deeply. So, made it home, you know, great. And then it continued to be a horrible storm, literally for fucking ever. And then this morning, I think, like, quite literally, like, the internet got fucked up because of the weather. Because, like, half my apps were not working on my phone, and then I left to go to get us Mickey D. Barecki, and the second I left the house, everything was working just fine. So, it's just all really peeing me out, truly. So, I am going to watch a little YT while I eat my brekkie, and then I'm going to get to work on orders. My truest goal in life would be to just get them all done today so that I don't have to do anything tomorrow. Besides the things that I don't have the foil for. But it already shipped, so shouldn't be long until it arrives to me, which is great. Put it into wash, it'll be grande, you know what I mean? I can track it right here. Track. 4 emails, what do you mean? Oh, okay. Anywho, bye. You guys, Chris got this like mint extreme caffeine gum, and he like has been begging me to try it, and I just keep saying no because like I don't really like mint in general. I like wintergreen mint, like green gum. If I'm gonna have gum, it needs to be green. That's like step 1, and then step 2 is that I'd rather just not have anything mint unless it's toothpaste. But he kept asking, so I was like, whatever, fine. I'll try it. It was like a stick of gum. I haven't had like a stick of gum in so long. I tried half the stick, I bit it, I chewed it twice, and I had to spit it right out. It tastes like poison. Oh my god, it was horrid. Horrid. But we're gonna get going on today's work. So I figured we would pull the first orders with their freebies and stuff. First we have Debbie. And Debbie is from California. Debbie wants a Laura's freebie. So Debbie will get Laura's freebie in dark green. And then random sticker from the random sticker bin. Some heart sunnies. And that will be Debbie's order. Oh my god, my tongue is literally still like minty. It's making me want to die a little bit. We've got Caroline from Oklahoma. Caroline wants Andrea's freebie, so they'll get Andrea's freebie in gold waves, and the random sticker is this book one that says Fueled by Smut and Sarcasm for Miss Caroline. Then we have, oh, I do not know how to say your name, I'm so sorry. Narheen from MI. A new shopper, let me know how to say your name because I want to say it correctly. And they wanted Andrea's freebie. So, whoa, they're gonna get it in pink hollow hearts. And then the random sticker is gonna be, let's pull one out. This little cactus. Cute, cute, cute. Then that is followed up by Teresa from Oregon. Plus, she's on my in my D&D group. No PR freebie, but we do have some book covers over here that I do need to put with her order. Here they are. As well as a random sticker. I'm gonna give her a typewriter, very cutesy. And then after Teresa, we have Kathleen from MI. Again with Andrea's freebie. This one will also get the gold waves. And the random sticker is gonna be this shark. And that's gonna be the start of the orders. I do need to make the bonus of free brews, which we'll get to it some point, but I'll probably do them whenever I need them, which is not right now. I do write somewhere how many I needed. I've got so many, there it is. I was like, I have so many notepads going, I can never like figure out where the one I need is. Also, I don't know if that's gonna be our business cards, because at that new place, that new game / bookstore, they have like a where we can put business cards. So I think I'm gonna pin this on there like this. I think that would be very cutesy. So for sure be, I'm gonna put these in my wallet for the next time that I go there. Chris is doing God's work. He did the dishes, which there was so many dishes. As well as, oh I forgot I had some stuff in my bag. Show ya, as well as he's outside doing some trimming of the plants. But Andrea gave me some stickers. Like, come on, does she know me or does she know me? So fun. As well as just some other like little witchy stickers that I love. Put that in my journal bag. And then there's another thing of stickers over here that just did not fit. Big fat daddy sharks. Definitely doing a full-on shark spread. I'm excited about that. I also need to desperately fix our magic cards because I'm an idiot and I put the case in this bag and then I stood it upright, and naturally I should have put this in the other way, but I didn't. So naturally it got fucked up. I need to assess how fucked up this is. Okay, it's not as bad as I was anticipating. Here it is. So it's mainly my cards that are fucked up, so at least I didn't fuck up Chris's, is truly partly what I'm thinking. because if anything's fucked up and it's my fault, I would rather fuck up my own shit than somebody else's. But I expected this to be so much worse than it is, if I'm being honest with you. The only card that looks damaged is this one, which is like literally a throwaway card for like the night and day situation. So hell yeah, that's like the only casualty. We'd love to see it. But I think Chris is coming in. Okay guys, I fear I have to go to the Olive Garden. Not that I have to, but Chris is like wanting to get lunch. And he's like, well, what do you want to get? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know. And he's like, well, he first asked about getting ramen. And I don't know, ramen, last time I got it, it just did not slap. So, and they have Pepsi there, and it pisses me off. So then he was like, do you want to go to 5-4? And I'm like, I don't know. We went there like so many times in a row that it's lost its appeal. But I'm like freezing. But then he's like, want to go to Olive Garden? And I'm like, we were just there. And he's like, kind of want to go again. So that's most likely where we're going to go. I'm going to still like verify that that's what he wants to do. My hair, obviously, this is why I like waving my hair. I did it yesterday. Doesn't even need to be touched up. Looks completely the same as it did yesterday. Way more effective than curling it. But I'm not dressing all that cute for ramen or for dinner, lunch, whatever, dinner. It's like 3:30. Because I just don't care. But I just took off my pants to put on shorts because it's a little bit, it's like 75, so I don't want to wear a sweatshirt and long pants, you know? It's like one needs to be short, one needs to be long weather, in my opinion. But yeah, so we're gonna go get food. I am kind of glad because I'm gonna be honest, work is not going good today. It's one of those days where things are just like repeatedly going wrong. And it's really making me angry. And I'm getting frustrated, pissed off, yelling at the computer type of energy, you know? We all have those days. And for me, it happens to be today. I am nearly done with orders. I don't have all that many left to do. I do have a handful that I don't have foil for that I'm waiting on. One of them is Emily's PR order, and I can guarantee you she's gonna say, don't stress about it. And there's like 2 others. There's I think 3. But it'll be here. Probably Monday, so all good. But yeah, I'm like, the book I'm reading is not very good. I'm ready for it to be done. And I think I'm gonna listen to Molly Burke's memoir just came out, and I was able to get the audiobook like immediately. And I'm kind of surprised about that. And it's only like 7 hours. So I'm hoping to get maybe both of these audiobooks finished today. Oh, but you know, I need some socks. I just had to put on some lotion because I am my stool is not in here and my socks are so tall. I'm naturally a dry skin girl. Okay. Oh no, my stool is right here. I naturally am very dry skin. So if I'm wearing shorts, I have to put lotion on my tattoos. Otherwise, they look bad. Okay, look really, 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 really bad. But I am off to go get dinner with Chris. Y'all, sometimes you decide to throw in the towel for the day, and sometimes the towel throws in you. And I had full intentions on whenever we got back from Olive Garden to continue working. I don't have that many orders left to do. Truly, I don't. I really don't. Where is where I started to do? Yeah, I don't have all that much to go, but the thing is, I had a really tragic experience at Olive Garden, and I can't find it in me to continue on working today. And I have all day tomorrow, so I don't have to. But prepare for story time. And I want to preference this story time with. I am probably, like, not to toot my own horn, but I am like the least Karen-ish, most understanding, most like chill patron at a restaurant, okay? Most of the time I won't even, if I could completely hate my food and not eat it, and I won't say anything, okay? I just won't. So, let me sit down because also my tummy hurts. But, so, we're at the Olive Garden. I get soup, salad, and breadsticks. Chris gets never-ending pasta. Sorry, I need lotion, and if I don't put it on, I'm gonna fixate on the fact that I need lotion. And so, we get our first round, all's good. I ask for a refill of my minestrone. Comes back, proceeds to tell me, the plate's really hot, the bowl's really hot, the soup's really hot, be careful, let me place this down in front of you, and he spills half the bowl of soup on my bare legs. Because it's 80 degrees in Texas, so naturally I don't have pants on. I just had bike shorts on and like a tank top and a sweatshirt. All down my leg, on my socks, on my sweatshirt. I'm just covered in boiling hot soup. He keeps apologizing. I'm like, it's like, it is what it is. It's all right. Like, he's like, do you need ice? Do you need like more napkins? Whatever. I finished my soup. He ends up asking if I want another soup, and I'm like, no. He's like, yeah, you like a little bit PTSD about that? And I'm like, yeah, I don't really like trust getting another bowl of soup. Because you literally just dumped a hot bowl of soup on my lap. Man proceeds to give us no discount. Not that like, and like, I'm not gonna bitch and whine and complain and be like, oh, give me a discount. But like, you literally spilled a hot bowl of soup all over my lap. Like, you burnt me. I am injured. Didn't comp the meal, didn't comp the soup, didn't like a free dessert, even comp our sodas would have been nice. But after that, I'm like, I think that's the universe telling me I need to just relax for the rest of the night. And so that's what I'm gonna do. And like, I literally just want to lay here and watch YouTube. Like, I don't want to even do anything because I'm in a grouch-tastic mood. After that, it was just really terrible vibes. Terrible vibes. And yeah, so fuck Olive Garden. They're dead to me. But also, even taking like a shower where I put like my hair up and then like, even like the steam of the shower, the way like my like underneath baby hairs, not baby hairs, my like broken hairs I should say, they're like wet from being in the shower because they don't stay up in my pony, but my hair still looks exactly the same. So that's why I prefer waving it to curling it. It's like less heat damaging because I don't have to keep redoing it. But yeah, so fuck Olive Garden. I can't believe that happened. That's actually wild behavior. But Kayla from Books and Lala posted a new video, and Gabby Reeds posted a new video, so I think they're both like 40 minutes. So that'll keep me occupied for a bit. I'm just gonna cozy on up in bed. I have my Kindle if I feel like reading, but like, I literally want to do nothing. Good morning, Barnyard. How's it going? It's about 10 a.m. I've been up for about an hour. I, in fact, had a pretty slow roll this morning, I will admit. But it's fine. It'd be like that sometimes. Okay, I had a very difficult time falling asleep last night. Did not go well, the whole sleeping part of life. Never really does. But I'm gonna start the morning by throwing in some laundry. And then, I gotta find my phone. There it is. We're gonna just, whoa, it just fell. We're gonna get to working. I should grab my headphones because I'm gonna have to come back in here. Headphones, they're not turned on, but I'll pop them on my head. But yeah, I'm gonna get the laundry going, and then it's just gonna be a work day. Gotta get these orders done, and then I'm free for the rest of the day. Next week, which will, oh, I forgot wax, so we're gonna have to go back to that. Next week, which will obviously be its own separate video, but next week I'm gonna be getting some things. I'm just gonna get the foiler on because she takes a bit to heat up. So there we go. Gonna have to put these back on the machine. Okay. There we go. Can leave these in here. Next week I'm gonna be prepping all of the things for, because going to Chicago, so Andrea's sponsoring 2 tables and I'm providing foil for those 2 tables. So with that little situation of, hold on, of providing foil, and also I need to make table mate gifts, but that one's pretty easy because I don't want whatever I'm making and Andrea doesn't need whatever I'm making. I said that to her as well. I'm like, whatever you're doing for table mate gifts, like, you don't need to include me. And she was like, literally same, because if there's anything we want from each other's shops, we'll just buy it, obviously. So, shouldn't be, oh, this was the scent that I did not like. I need to go throw that in a box for my sister. I moved this one. They're just both too apple-y for me. I can do like, there's a certain apple oil that I can do, and then there's some that I can't handle, you know? That's not, oh, we'll go this one. I haven't done this one in a while. Apple pumpkin strudel zucchini bread. You guys are gonna die, so if you die, you die. So sorry about it. Oh, it smells so good. But I'm gonna get all of that stuff done next week. It should be good to have that done because I just have a very busy week next week and the week after. 2 really busy weeks in a row, and I know I'm gonna feel overwhelmed, so I'm gonna relish in my free time the next few days. Laundry is done, so we're in a bit of a pickle because of Chris. Also, the fucking rain last night was crazy, but the pickle we're in is Chris is working Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and so, and he's working 10 a.m. so I don't really like until like a question mark. So that means either you're gonna need to go to the grocery store tonight, or get up really early and go tomorrow, or go tomorrow night, depending on when he's out of work, because like I can't wait till his next day off for groceries, you know? It's just not gonna work. So that's a little bit of a struggle, but he said that he's training today, and the guy he's training, or person, I guess, it could be a lady or a non-binary folk. So the person he's training, they only have like 109 stops, so Chris said it should be a pretty like easy breezy beautiful day. So hopefully that's the case, because that would make life much better. This feels like deja vu because I just filmed a clip for my book video and told them what was going on for some reason. tell the vlog what's going on, that's like a bit more, makes more sense. But I'm pausing for lunch and getting some salad, obviously, and yeah, we've already got that prepared. I'm trucking along on orders. I'm on the second to last day, I think. Madison's order. Madison's order, I think, is the biggest order I have left, but it's not gonna get to be mailed out today because it has silver, and I'm waiting on silver. And whenever I order from this one place, it like usually just says like waiting for package, and then it'll just like be out for delivery. I feel like their post office is trash. But I'm gonna watch a YouTube vid while I have my lunch. We've got 5, 6, oh, this is another big one. 7, 8, well, 8 to 9 orders left. Not bad at all. It's not even 1 o'clock. And yeah, I'm going to just get on with my day. Hello friends, we in fact got Panda Express. It's 10 o'clock, we just got home from the groceries. I'm gonna show you the groceries after I'm done eating, and then I'm gonna bid you adieu. But just know that I got my period today, and I feel like dying, crying, and throwing up. It's pretty much where I'm at. Y'all ever have it that bad where like the cramps be cramping, and so bad that you feel like you could throw up? That's where I'm at. Okay. Dinner consumed. So this week I'm gonna make another chicken wing dip because it sounds so good. I have stuff for sandwiches, so that's already on deck, and I'm gonna be making dinner on Thursday. I'm gonna make chicken riggies, and then I developed a whole plan for Halloween that we're gonna, at the end of trick-or-treating, we're gonna order pizza, go pick it up, and then eat pizza and watch we each pick a movie. Mine is Sleepy Hollow. Chris's Nightmare Before Christmas. I actually hate that movie, but whatever. We got Diet Coke. Who would have thought? 2 grocery hauls in 1 week. Bread, because Chris has been having butter bread when he makes pasta. So we've been going through bread a wee bit quicker. This lighting is actually crazy. Let me try turning on this light and see if it looks less psychotic. Okay, much better. Every fall, Chris wants to get apple cider, and every year he doesn't drink it at all. Every year it just goes straight into the trash, but here we are. Oh, I think I need to put a new bag in the trash in our bedroom, so I'm gonna pop that there. We got some blueberry mouflons. Here they are. Chris insisted we needed 2 bags of chips. I absolutely don't think we do. I just opened a bag of chips, so we definitely do not need 2 bags, but they don't go bad, so it's whatever. Well, they won't go bad by the time we get to them, at least. Chris got bow ties for one of his pastas he's gonna make for himself. My chapstick hoard is running low, so I got a 3-pack of green apple. Also, I just have to have all the different flavor options. Sour cream for the chicken wing dip, regular dip for chips and dip, and some, they were out of heavy cream, so I just got half and half for the chicken riggies. It'll be fine. It's not a big deal. Dead animal bag. There's 2 things of chicken breast and a thing of sausage. They had my multi-grain scoops. So I did get 2 bags of these just because they don't always have them. And so I wanted to get 2. Well, they have them in stock because it's been a rare occurrence. These bags are ripping so bad. Chris wanted bath salts, so he got this flavor, chestnut and cedar. He likes those, especially now that he's going back to driving. some sauce for the chicken ringies. I also made some recipe cards for some of my like most made recipes. So if you're interested in those, message me on Instagram. We've got some cheddar cheese for the chicken wing dip. And I always put the onions in the fridge in the plastic bag so that like the skin part doesn't get everywhere. We got that. Only 2 more bags to go. We got some garlic bread to go with the chicken ringies, bell pepper for the chicken rigs. Oh my god, we go to cash out and I forgot cream cheese, and cream cheese is in the back of the store, so I have to run back to get that for the chicken wing dip. And then some Alfredo. Chris did not get around to eating like one of his pastas, like the ground beef with tomato sauce, so he's gonna make that this week. And then he got a pizza just for like to keep in the freezer, and some Gatorades. Where did we definitely got 4 Gatorades. I don't know. Am I missing a bag? I don't know where it is. Possibly just in the trunk. That's unknown information. If I'm being so honest with you, I'll probably send Chris out to go take a peek. That's everything we got at the store. Nothing crazy. A pretty standard grocery trip for us, I would say. It's pretty average. Well, it's actually kind of a light grocery trip for us. Usually our groceries is like 120 and this was like 100 flat. So, I want to see that. Truly. Okay, but I'm gonna also make Chris's lunch tonight. Because it makes everything easier if I just do it tonight. He still, I think, needs to empty his lunch bag. I don't even see it, so I'll ask him to do that. He's taking a shower right now, so I'm saying I'll ask him to do these things. Because the trash in here needs to go out, and so he's got to take that to the curb, so that'll work for him to check for the other Gatorade that's missing. We've got a busy, coming up. Next week's vlog, I'm gonna try to like vlog the things so I can like be interesting. But I'm going to 2 different junk journaling events. One that's hosted by Andrea and one that we're just going to. So I'm excited about that. For sure should be fun. Oh my god. You ever just feel like everything's going wrong? That's me right now. Truly. Hey babe.
What?
Hold on. That's gonna be it, guys. Since we went grocery shopping twice in this video, leave a grocery emoji down below and I'll see you next time. Bye.